Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Browns and the Saints, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Sermon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought... crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Andre Cisco there on the stop. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 7-7, our score after one. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Burke. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Burke. He'll leave that underneath to Sermon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Sermon with space, a first down and then some. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off play action. Burke. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2nd and 2.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Burke.
Pass caught. It's Karan Baker.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender, give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Burke. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And now Garoppolo lost the football.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that just set them up well for the second half to come. Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he gets this one down to the 24. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. This is Gordon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. McCann's kick up and good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
To throw on second down,
Burke checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Sermon with space, a first down and then some.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
Well, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, Burke. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff, Sermon.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Dancing away at the 35. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. Powers through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. There's a nice move. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Touchdown, Browns! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route would rank near the top. And on that one, they almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. McCann's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 77 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to throw. Burke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now with Dunbar. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to Sermon on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Sermon. Breaks through the contact. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down 28-21, a little under 50 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And they take a knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.